That's quite a way to start.
Yeah,
Yes, all right.
it's the new year.
What are you, Popeye or something?
I'm Popeye. Oh, I used to love watching Popeye.
Oh,
Gosh.
so did I, too.
Olive oil.
Did you like olive oil?
Yeah, Brutus.
Yeah, oh,
the
Brutus,
best.
yeah, sure. The classic, Brutus.
That was a classic.
Oh, I guess we should invite these people into this conversation. Well, welcome, everybody. It's our weekly look at health. Dr. Paul Arciero. We've decided to dedicate a couple of things in the heart of winter here about jump-starting your yearly regimen for eating better, feeling healthy, optimistic outlook about life.
Oh, it's a great time. You know,
right.
Fitness is what's on a lot of people's minds right now. You know, when we have that turn of the new year, Jesse, it's about pushing the reset button. Sometimes it's about our economic finances. Sometimes it's about a new job and a career. But for the vast majority of people, that reset button at the new year is about their health, their fitness, and their well-being.
Right.
So perfectly timed.
Let's concentrate on fitness here. Now, before we went on air, we were making just kind of a punch list, right?
Yep.
Pun intended, I guess,
Yeah.
of the things, of the fitness things that you can do. Where do you start?
Yeah, so where do you start? The first thing you have to do is you have to make a commitment. I mean, you have to say to yourself, I'm ready for this and I want to do it. So you need to have some little strategies that hold you accountable. And for a lot of people, being held accountable is first making an investment. And so you have to invest in some type of fitness-related activity. So
join a gym, for instance?
Join a gym. Purchase some exercise clothing that makes it suitable and convenient for you to get out the door and exercise. So it's got to be something. Get a fitness buddy. Now that can be your dog, or it can be your neighbor or your spouse or anybody. That also holds you accountable. Now, in some cases, people need to be held accountable a little bit more than a close friend or a family member. What they need to do is they need to hire somebody. So someone like a personal trainer could be a person that holds them accountable to get them going and out the door on that fitness plan.
You know, Paul, I want to cycle back on just a couple of points there. In essence, what you're saying here is get a routine down.
Yes.
And it's kind of hold your hand to the fire routine, I get it, but by investing in a membership in a gym, by buying a piece of equipment, you know, by getting a friend who calls you at 6 in the morning and says, where are you?
Yeah.
Right? You know,
That's right.
These are the kinds of things that actually get you to start a routine that honestly, as I found myself, gets easier over time.
Absolutely.
You actually look forward to it, right?
That's right. Yeah.
You know, I want to cycle back on one thing, the clothing thing, because I love to cross-country ski.
Yeah.
And it's just something very funny about that sport, because you see a lot of people dressed inappropriately for cross-country skiing, big, heavy coats and all this stuff, because they think they're going for a walk in the woods.
That's right.
Well, that's all well and good, but they last about 10 minutes.
That's right. And unfortunately, in some cases, never to do it again.
Yeah,
so the layering of clothes, particularly in the cold winter, is essential to keeping you going.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Now, we're talking about outdoor sports. Could be gym, could be swimming, right?
Could be indoor swimming.
Right.
Absolutely. Some people don't like to get into the cold, so get into a warm pool, or, as we all know, get into a nice, cozy, warm gym of some type. But you need to have that routine, you need to have that accountability, and you need to make the commitment to doing it.
Good. Okay, I guess all of this, of course, leads up to none of this is good if you're wolfing down 12 jelly donuts either before or after you exercise.
Darn.
Right? Can we jump to diet a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, these two things are congruent with each other. You know, we oftentimes compartmentalize them, right? I mean, people say, oh, I'm exercising. This gives me an excuse to indulge, to do, you know, what I shouldn't be doing. So we often compartmentalize and rationalize, you know, one for the other. And so what I'm trying to tell people to do is absolutely take these things together. They're congruent, they're mutually together with one another. Synergistic is the word, is a really good word for that. So what can you do from a diet standpoint? You know what? Do the same thing. Make a commitment.
Yeah, make an investment.
Make an investment. Go out and buy a new piece of cooking ware. Whether it's a crock pot to cook oatmeal in the morning, or a soup, or a casserole. Get a one of those you know, blenders, juicers.
Yes, right. Sure.
Those things are wonderful for quick and easy, really healthy, nutritious snacks. So there's lots of things that you can do.
Well, you know what you're doing then is you're really talking about making some encompassing plan, right?
Yes.
That includes investments in certain areas, and that before you know it, you're off and running. Pun intended, and you're actually getting someplace. One point here that, and there, I know that there's a bit of contradiction in this. It used to be slow and steady.
Yeah.
Be patient. Now, in one of our segments, you were talking about research is showing that maybe the opposite might be true. Where's the happy medium?
No, that's a really good question, because I think oftentimes when people make an investment and sacrifice to eating well and exercising, and again, these two things are complementary to each other, they want to see fast and immediate results. And sometimes it takes a while, and here's why. Sometimes it takes a while because when you're exercising and eating well, you're actually promoting the development of lean, healthy muscle mass, and that weighs more than fat. So if you're using the scale as your indicator of success of a healthy New Year's kickstart, that's not a really good one. So the scale lies. And so don't look at the scale as being the end all, because you're making healthy improvement independent of any change in your body weight. Second, you can lose weight fast or make fast changes. If you're somebody who needs to lose weight because you have excess weight, losing it fast is okay. The research shows that sometimes people who are fast responders, we call them, in weight loss, they have sometimes the greatest long-term success. So it's not what we used to think, that slow and steady wins the race long-term for weight loss. Sometimes you can lose it fast and be very successful. But I'm just putting that word of caution that weight loss is not the end all.
Well, you know what that says to me, that regardless of the plan or whatever, it's the commitment.
Yeah.
You know, if you're seeing fast results, good, stay with it. If the results are slow and steady, guess what? Stay with it.
That's right.
Hey, before we break, our viewers know about the meeting that you had last week, your research study. How did it turn out?
Jesse, was a great success. And I want to thank you and the station for helping promote it. That was wonderful. We had over 200 interested volunteers for my research study. Unbelievable. I mean, that just, it speaks to the community. I mean, here we have a group of people in this community that really care about their health, and you being a great supporter, and so the turnout was unbelievable. It was almost standing room only in the auditorium.
So did you get your 60 people?
We got our 60 participants. We might still need another male or two, so if you're a healthy, active male out there, continue to pursue it, because we might have a spot for you.
Good. Well, they can always email us here, and we can push it through to you.
Great.
This research, by the way, is a 12-week study. You have to be kind of fit, and this is to improve your fitness.
Take it to the next level.
Take it to the next level. Great. All right, I'll see you next week.
That was excellent.
Good. Thanks for coming in. To see this interview again, head to our website, looktvonline.com.